Hello everyone, this is Mystic Goddess with your general reading. So today we're going to see who's coming toward you when it comes to love. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign, so feel free to switch the energies around as needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Give me messages please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading. Who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? Who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? 2 more shuffles. All right. So let's see what comes out here. And I also want to thank each and every one of you who have been donating to me. I appreciate you from the top, the bottom, and all sides of my heart. Okay, with my full heart, I truly appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So it's someone who either has a lot of air in their chart or this person wants to talk to you. They could be a bit cold and attached, or this is someone who comes off indifferent. It's giving energy of them wanting you to take them seriously. It's going to be important for you to have an authoritative mindset when this person comes in. All right. Don't allow them to influence you out of your boundaries. With the 3 of Wands being here, they're going to come toward you wanting to expand. It's also coming out like they've gained the confidence to approach you. For some of you, it's someone who you've left behind, okay? You could have chose to move on with your life and leave this person behind you. Others of you may feel as though this is someone you need to let go of, but there's a part of you that's still holding out on hope. Yeah, at some point in time, this person may have walked away from you, or you could have walked away from them. Regardless, there's distance in the connection between the 2 of you. This person could have abandonment issues. They're also a bit disappointed in regards to how things have turned out between the 2 of you. Now, also, they're going to be looking for truth when they do come in. So I wouldn't be surprised if they ask you a lot of questions. The questions may be a bit indirect, but they want to see if you've moved on to something or someone better. The 2 of you could have had a disagreement, or this is someone who may cause tension in the connection between the 2 of you whenever you don't want to give over your power, or whenever you don't do whatever they want you to do. So they're a bit controlling, okay? Now, also, one of the reasons why this person may have been withdrawn is because they're going through a lot financially. It's giving energy of them being in debt, or they could owe a lot of people. They could spend their money on things that are not a necessity, and so it's putting them in a bit of a bind. Now, for others of you, this is someone who abused your generosity in some way, whether you were really trusting of this person, whether you had a lot of respect for them. They could have taken advantage of your unconditional love. For a few of you, they may have even abused your generosity when it comes to a financial situation. When they do come in, you're going to feel as though there are strings attached, or you're going to feel like this person is trying to extort you in some way. Now, when it comes to the extortion part, one way that they could try and do this is by making it seem as though they don't have anyone else to lean on, or everyone has abandoned them. They're going to try and guilt trip you for being distant or for having strong boundaries. For a few of you, they could even try and guilt trip you for not helping them out in some way. I feel like most of you have learned that whenever this person comes toward you after a time period of being distant, there is always something attached to it, whether they're just wanting your attention, whether they're trying to prevent you from finding someone better or moving on with your life. It could even be that they want you to help them financially. But usually whenever this person is distant, whenever they're being cold toward you, whenever they are withdrawn and they come back in out of nowhere, especially after a time period of the two of you experiencing tension in the connection, whenever the two of you go through a patch where the communication is not the best or it's inconsistent, I feel like this person always ends up making their way back to you, but there's always something attached to it. So what will be attached to it will be different for all of you, but you're being encouraged to protect yourself, okay? Protect your assets, protect your mental health, protect your heart space, protect your grounded energy, okay? Many of you are getting in the energy of being stable and you are manifesting right now. But there's a very blunt message here from Spirit letting you know that whatever you're currently manifesting in your life, this person isn't equally yoked with it. I feel like the only thing they would do is distract you, or they would possibly bring conflict your way. Now, it doesn't mean that they'll come in with drama or come in arguing with you, but they have a way of coming in with communication and then they'll withdraw from you again, okay? Or either they have a tendency to text you, and then when you don't how can I put this? They have a tendency to text you, and then when you text them back, they won't respond. They do that type of thing, okay? Like, for example, if you were to get a phone call from this person, and let's say you missed the call, and you reach out to them, letting them know that, you know, you were busy at the time, and to get in touch with you when they're free to do so, they may not even reach back out to you at all. It's giving that type of energy. It's really weird. And see, it's a turn off for you. So that's why Spirit is wanting you to put all of your willpower, all of your concentration, all of your effort into whatever it is that you are manifesting, and to protect it. You're going to have to protect it. Yeah, there's something that they want from you, but they don't want to do their part when it comes to it. I feel like this is someone who goes against the grain. They refuse to conform. It's giving me against the world type of energy. They tend to think that people are out to get them, or like people misunderstand them. But at the same time, I feel like they just move or behave in a really weird manner, and people get tired of it. So yeah, they're going to be coming toward you with some communication. But like I said, there's something attached to it. Give me more. Why is the Six of Pentacles here in reverse? What's attached to whatever this person will be offering to my viewers? Give me the most specific message for everyone watching this reading. Why is the Six of Pentacles here in reverse for this person coming toward my viewers? Thank you. Look at this. The Three of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the King of Pentacles here, and the King of Pentacles is crossing. So if you notice, there are a lot of pentacles here, clarifying a pentacle card. With the Six of Pentacles along with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles holding a pentacle, that is the Ten of Pentacles. They're looking to gain some type of stability out of you. It's something tangible. I hope they're not trying to use you, because it's not going to work. I just don't see you guys falling for it. This is someone who's going to come toward you with greedy type of energy. It's coming off like they're selfish when it comes to you, but this is also someone who's very wasteful. Okay, they're going to come in trying to exploit you in some way. Now, for example, if they know that you do decent financially, if they know that you're successful, they're going to try and get something material out of you. It could be them asking for help with a bill, telling you that they're short on money, asking you to purchase something for them. For others of you, they may try and exploit a health issue that they have. Okay, so if this person has some type of health issue, they're gonna milk it. They're gonna milk it to try and make you feel sorry for them. All right. And for some of you, they may respond with ego, or they may respond with conflict or drama if you were to choose not to fall into their trap. Yeah, they're looking for security. They know that you're really safe to be involved with, meaning you handle this person's heart with tender love and care. All right. But they don't give you the same in return. I feel like this person has gambled with your heart. Also, they could come in trying to play nice in hopes of playing off of your kindness. This is someone who you just don't feel safe with. So they're after some type of abundance. Now, it's coming out like it's something tangible, something that you can reach out and touch. They could be having issues with something tangible. They could be having issues in their home, having issues when it comes to a vehicle, a job. They could be having an issue with hours at work, something along those lines. But it's also coming out like they gambled with their money. They took some type of gamble, or this person could have a gambling problem. Regardless, it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to. Also, they're a bit of a chauvinist. I feel like they spend their money in secret competition with others. They're too busy trying to look like they have it instead of actually having it. This is so weird. With the Temperance card being in reverse, this is someone who has an imbalance. The Temperance card in reverse usually comes out in my readings when someone has like a hormonal imbalance. Of course, I'm not a psychiatrist or, anything like that, but there's something off. It's giving split personality, bipolar disorder, someone who goes through the motions of extreme highs and extreme lows. Dealing with them is very much like being on a roller coaster. And also, they're going to try their best to force your hand, okay? They're going to try and rush you. They want you to move in a reckless way. Whatever they're going to come toward you with, it's going to be a bit extreme. Some of you could notice that this person is having extreme mood swings, and it's directly linked to financial issues or some type of lack. It's coming out like they're lacking happiness in their life, especially if the two of you separated, or even if they moved on from you, they haven't been happy ever since. It's really hard for them to accept that they've lost you, or they're in denial about the possibility of them losing you permanently. Okay? It's like they want to benefit from your light. Wherever you go, happiness follows. You have very beautiful energy about you, but there's something about this person that causes you to be a little bit imbalanced if you allow yourself to be, especially on an emotional level. It's almost like they know your triggers. They know how to do things to push your buttons. So it's going to be important for you not to play the little mind games with this person. Yeah, they could go from texting you a lot or calling you a lot at one moment, and then the next moment not contacting you at all. Is giving that type of energy. This person has absolutely no peace in their life. They feel abandoned. They're facing adversity. They're struggling right now. They're going through hardship after hardship after hardship. They're going through a lot of losses. For some of you, they've lost a job or they're losing their position at work. For a few of you, they may even have to move out of a home. I wouldn't be surprised if they say something to you about moving or at least wanting to move. Yeah, ever since you left this person behind, or ever since you accepted the lessons for what they are or what they were, they've been feeling lack ever since. When you left, you took your light with you. If they left you, when they walked away, they walked right into darkness. See, they took your energy for granted and they started to mistake your light as their own, because when they were dealing with you, they were happier. Success was flowing in a lot more easily. Okay? They were a bit more joyful, more confident. Yeah, blessings were pouring in. And a lot of you were protecting this person from the Five of Pentacles energy that they're supposed to be in. Also, there could be something, and this is going to be very specific, please don't force it to fit, but there could be something with this person's throat. Okay? I don't know what that's about, but it could be that you're going to feel deep down that there's something they want to speak up about. Now, you may not know exactly what it is, but you're going to feel like there's something that they're holding back when it comes to telling you. Also, for others, it could be some type of health issue that involves the throat or the digestive system or something along those lines. They may need to drink more water, or they need to be careful with what they're eating. There's something off. But it involves the mouth or the throat. So it could be what they're putting into the body, the things that they're speaking. I feel like they speak discord over their life. They speak lack over their life. This is sad. It's going to be so important for you to pay attention to your intuition, but also know that a higher power is in control. God is in control. You're going to be fine regardless. What's for you is for you. Whether this person is in your life or not, abundance is yours. Okay? But I also feel like if you were to entertain this person and if you were to connect with them on more of an intimate level, I feel like there will be certain things that will let you know that your abundance is not meant for this person. Okay? Spirit is saying it would benefit you to disconnect from them, or just don't give them your full attention. When you notice that they're being weird, like for example, they're inconsistent with communication, they seem to be in and out, they seem to be a bit distracted, don't fall for it. Okay? That's your red flag to put your guard up, to withdraw. Let them, don't allow them to take you down with them. Okay? And see, many of you definitely overextended before in the past, and they miss it. They took it for granted. When you were overextending, some of you went above and beyond to make sure that this person was good. You really tried your best to make them happy. But I feel like many of you are learning that it's not your responsibility to make this person happy or anyone happy. They have to be happy within themselves. If they were happy within themselves, they would still be happy now, even though the two of you are distant. But they're falling apart. They're full of upheaval. Things are a disaster for them. They're also wishing that they would have held on to you, or they're wishing that they would have held on a lot more tightly. Okay? They're also thinking a lot about how you've changed. They're thinking a lot about that. But it's going to be so important when you feel ignored by them, especially if you were to accept communication. If they all of a sudden start disconnecting, ignoring you, things such as that, don't go tit for tat with them. To be honest, I think it would be of your highest good not to even mention it. Pretend like you didn't even notice they didn't text back. Pretend like you didn't even notice that they were ignoring you. It's going to be so important for you to continue to persevere, because you're very much near whatever you are working on manifesting. So solitude is going to be very important as of now. See, you found yourself, but they're still searching for themselves. And you can't find them for them. You cannot find this person's higher self for them. You cannot reach down into this person and find them for them. They have to do that themselves. And they're not even searching for themselves. It's so weird. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not just tearing this person apart. I just call it how I see it. I do feel like they truly want to reconcile with you. I do feel as though this person feels safe, secure, and stable whenever they are connecting with you. I do feel as though you are this person's peace. I feel like this person has been waiting to gain the confidence to approach you, or they've been waiting for you to return back to them. Because if you notice, the person on the 3 of Wands is sitting there, or is standing there, doing nothing, just standing there. Okay? And the person on the 8 of Cups card is walking. But the person on the 8 of Cups is walking toward the person on the 3 of Wands, meaning this person has been waiting for you to return. It's either that or they've been waiting for the right time to return. But you have so much to look forward to. You've grown so much. Certain things that they used to do that bother you don't bother you as much anymore. Or you're not bothered at all. And it's sad because, like, this is really disgraceful energy. I feel like you were brought into this person's life to help them evolve, to help them to heal inner childhood wounds, to help better their life. Everything you touch turns to gold, especially when you put your mind to it. The type of vitality that you possess, it's unmatched. But instead of this person embracing it, they took advantage of it. Give me another card. All right, we have the Fool card and it came out in reverse. So it's definitely a past person for a lot of you. All right, it's someone who makes careless decisions, someone who doesn't always think about how their present actions or their present choices will affect others, or they don't always think about how it would affect their future. Okay? This is someone who thought that you were gullible at one point in time. They thought that you were naive because you have an innocence about you. But those of you who have decided to walk away, you really did your big one with that. With walking away, with putting yourself first. By taking your power back, you did your big one. And I feel like this person, they feel like a fool. Because this is going to sound crazy, but I see it, so I'm going to say it. I feel like this person can be a bit of an opportunist. Okay? They thought that they could find better than you, or they thought that they could find better than what you have to offer. But there is no better. So they played with your heart. This person was reckless with you. They were careless. They were distracted by fake grass. Now they feel foolish because they're realizing that abundance was with you all along. All they had to do was wait. For some of you, while this person was out searching for the better that they would never find and will never find, while they were out playing little games while they were out being free-spirited and not planning for the future, while they were out searching for happiness outside of themselves, many of you were working on you. You were working on you. And before this person could realize it, before they could even see it coming, you had already elevated. You had already outgrew them. Because when the two of you initially got together, you were not at your best. Not when it comes to operating out of your higher self. Not when it comes to operating out of self-love and self-care. All right? You had a few issues too. Many of you operated out of toxicity. You played right into this person's hands. Some of you knowingly, others of you unknowingly. Okay? You gave and gave and gave, even though you were aware that it was imbalanced and you were not receiving what you deserved in return. Some of you knew that you could do better, but you still waited in hopes of this person growing because you could see the king or queen in them that they couldn't even see themselves. But once you accepted the lesson for what it was, and you were willing to leave it all behind and focus on you, even if they were somewhat still in the picture to an extent, when you put down your sword and started focusing on yourself, when you started making decisions that were of your highest good, when you started to live for yourself, it was a game changer for you. Yeah, this person was out looking for opportunities elsewhere, taking risks, unnecessary risks at that, gambling with their health, gambling with their finances, gambling with their heart. Gambling with their mental health. While they were out doing that, you were growing and glowing. So Spirit wants you to make sure that you continue to focus on whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Some of you have met someone new, okay? And if you are happy with that person, Spirit is encouraging you to continue to move forward. Now, for those of you who are waiting to try and make things work with this person, it's going to take a lot of patience, okay? It's okay for you to be flexible with them, but not at the extent of your mental health, not at the extent of your boundaries, not at the extent of your happiness, okay? It's not okay for you to take on misery or for you to suffer just to be in a connection with someone who causes you to be imbalanced. Yeah, see, they think that they can sway you. They think they can sway you with words. But see, with the Ace of Pentacles being in reverse, I'm telling you, your blessings are not for them. And there's something going on with this person's health. I don't know if they have a vitamin deficiency. There's something off with their health. Something's off. Okay? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is about a missed chance. Spirit is saying they missed out. They missed out on a blessing. The blessing being you and all that you have to offer. You know, sometimes God will hide your value from people who will misuse you, people who will take advantage, because this is someone who's stingy. They also made some type of bad investment that didn't work out in their favor, but it's coming out like it was for some type of gain. Nothing on a soul level, all worldly. And see, they missed out on the chance to live a comfortable life with you. So that's why everything's going to work out in your favor. You're going to continue growing and glowing. And for those of you who are still focused on healing, the worst is behind you. Okay? You've gotten through the worst. Because whether you're a male or a female, with the Empress card being here, the Ten of Swords is behind the Empress. That means that you have gotten through the worst. There's going to come a point in time when you're able to look back at this, see it for what it is, but continue to operate out of integrity. You didn't let this change you. You just changed who you give your abundant energy to, or that's how it should be. They messed up big time. And they're bitter. They're bitter. But they only have themselves to blame. So just make sure you don't allow this person to come in with their mood swings and their bad luck. Because I'm telling you, they're going to tell you some things that are happening in their life. You're going to see it or you're going to hear about it. You might not hear about it through them, but I'm telling you, it's going to come to your attention. And just know that whatever they're going through, it's because they're experiencing bad luck. It's because they're experiencing bad luck. I wouldn't be surprised if they start having little temper tantrums or they start acting out, start being moody. It's because they're in turmoil. But guess what? There are sacrifices that they need to make, and they're not doing anything about it. If they would have made those sacrifices, then the two of you would be equally yoked and you could be happily ever after with each other. But see, they messed up. They chose wrong. Therefore, they stabbed their own self in the back. Now they're left in darkness. And instead of happiness, they have fear, anxiety, nightmares, and they're full of negativity. Who has time for that? This is sad. It's really sad. And I feel like their own perspective is also causing them bad luck because they always think the worst. So guess what they get? The worst. And not to even mention their love life. It's a wreck. Even the people close to them are disappointed in them. They're unwelcome to change. They're clinging to control, even though they have a complete lack of control over their life at the moment. So you're being asked to be vigilant, okay? Be vigilant. If they knew any better, they would be inspired by you. And they would be motivated to make those changes. But this is someone who has to do things the hard way. Therefore, they have to deal with the consequences. But it's not your weight to carry. So make sure you protect yourself. All right, I'm going to end the reading before I start preaching because I already slick been preaching. I can't help it though. I get passionate about you guys. And then with the type of energy that comes out, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, because they had their chance. And they were deficient when it comes to an equal give and take. All they had to do was give reciprocity. All they had to do was give you the same good energy that you were giving them in return. That's all they had to do. But instead, they tried to take advantage of you. And there are just certain things that don't sit right with spirit. So at this point, they're paying for it. All right. And so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye.